Hey, what's up, guys? It's Josh Heron. Thanks for watching the MotoAmerica YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Stefano Mesa, left side of your screen to 37. Tytler Cycle Kawasaki with the revs up. Lights are off and we're going racing. The tricky turn number 1 awaits.
Ty Scott
on the inside on the Vision Wheel M4 X-Star Suzuki got an awesome launch, but Mesa chops him off. But Xavi Flores looks like he's going to contest for the lead, but it's going to be Mesa. Down the hill they go. And now it's going to be a braking duel to see who is going to have the lead. Is it the 12 of Xavi Flores? He takes the spot. So the Warhorse HSBK Racing Ducati entrant Xavi Flores has it for the moment. Mesa trying to get some drive. Side by side they go down to the bottom of the hill. Mesa's going to hold on or steal the position. So there goes Stefano Mesa.
That is a big committed move from the 37, but Greg, this is where he is fast. Through these next section of S's as they roll up into turn 7, Mesa all weekend long has been incredibly good through this section. So he wanted to get to the front, try to spread this field out. He's had some pace. Yesterday, he was 4/10 up or 5/10 up, I believe, Greg, after first qualifying, and you can see what it's doing. Forrest is going with him, and he's generally are just starting to pull away from those M4 X-Star Suzukis just behind. Ty Scott had an incredible start from row 2, but you can see now Teague Hobbs looks like he's gotten through. As we go back further through the field, these two guys are making a little bit of a breakaway, and this was not what I was expecting to see. I thought we'd see 6-7 bikes at this point just completely locked together.
Well, once we get out of the front straightaway, the chicane can close some people up. Look at Mesa sideways through the chicane, very rhythmic as I was watching him through practice and qualifying as Mesa has a look over his left shoulder to see who's joined the party. Back in the field, Josh Hayes looks like he was trying to make a move, and he does, so looks like Hayes is going to get around Jake Lewis for a position in this championship, Jay. Keep in mind that for Stefano Mesa, he's 100 points behind Xavi Flores in the title fight. So Teague Hobbs will look over his shoulder. He's the 79 on that Vision Wheel M4 X-Star Suzuki. That is the next generation GSXR 750 as Ty Scott is going to go up the inside of his teammate, and he'll take over that position. So Ty Scott, the number 70, moves into 3rd place. There's your leader, Mesa, on that
4. He knows he's working around a couple things now. These are the kind of races that you see Josh Hayes kind of grind out these middle laps and not let the leaders get too far away, and he's going to start to charge as he goes up underneath Teague Hobbs. That is typical Josh right there. He just made a big commitment early to go through on Teague Hobbs. Now he's going to set his sights off on the guys in front of him. Hannah? Got a red flag on track. Looking at my screen, it looks like yeah.
We're getting reports that the 62 bike has gone down. So with that red flag, that means all race stop. There's a look at the motorcycle. So red flag out means that the race is going to stop. And we are not quite at the halfway point of this Supersport race number 1.
Look at the 77 here. Oh.
Ooh.
So the 77, that looks like it's maybe turn 14 there.
So here we go. Revs are up. 5 laps to decide this one. A good launch from the front row, and Ty Scott on the Vision Wheel M4 X-Star Suzuki trying to go up the inside like Jason said, but no, he'll fall back. Hayes on the outside of 2 Yamahas.
That's what we expected to see from Hayes, and interesting because Ty Scott got such a good launch. Teague Hobbs tried to go with him and around the outside, couldn't make it. It kind of blocked Josh out. Jake Lewis is also trying to make a big move back there for 4th, as you can see him go up underneath Teague Hobbs. So the Disrupt Racing GSXR 750 of Jake Lewis, he is kind of the guy that's won out so far.
But everybody else is going to school on Xavi to see if he's got any weakness.
Look at that thing spinning there, and Mesa again trying to do something here with Flores. It's going to be one of those moves, Greg, where, and it's there, here it comes. It's going to be one of those moves where you get down the inside, you might run a little bit wide, but Mesa does a really good job of keeping that ZX6 36 in the spot that it needs to be in.
So good.
Ty Scott is going to be able to do something with Flores on this front straightaway as Mesa has pulled away ever so slightly. Ty Scott is down the outside of Flores, but Flores is going to hold that position. But Ty Scott will be in a good spot here to draft past that Ducati on the run up to turn 3.
Mesa streaking away from the rest of the field. Ty Scott desperate to do something with Xavi Forés and try to figure out how to close the gap. Forés, so good on the brakes, is able to make up a couple bike lengths. This might not be over, as Xavi Forés has got something. And Teague Hobbs right behind him, 2 and 5th.
Teague Hobbs got back past Josh Hayes and has started to make inroads on these guys in front of him. 46.8 that last time by for the 79 of Teague Hobbs. So he's now trying to get himself on the back of this leading quartet just a little bit too late in the game. I think Mason now, Greg, as well as he goes through these next series of turns, he's going to be able to probably hold on to this. Forrest is going to do everything he can to hold on to the back of the 37.
It just feels like there's a lack of acceleration grip right now for Forés compared to Mesa. So Mesa trying to hold on to this on this final lap of competition here in race number 1 of Supersport. Up over the hill they come.
He's closed it back in again a little bit.
He has.
He's closed it back in. Now, this is where Mesa is going to, you'll see it again, Greg. He'll tip in a little bit early. He'll get those back shifts done, going back through the gearbox. Look how tight he is. That bike will back in ever so slightly. Gets him out of shape. Now, just concentrate on getting the exit out of there. Move over to the right a little bit. You can see and get a good run out of here.
Mesa with a very strong motorcycle off the corner and a good tire underneath him. Looks to be in a good position. He's now struggling for grip on the right side. But the final corner onto the front straightaway we go. And behind the bubble, Stefano Mesa to the checkered flag will take victory by 0.18 of a second over Xavi Forés, as Mesa sideways into turn number 1 gets it done here in Supersport. Mesa over Forés and Scott. You like a Kawasaki, Ducati, Suzuki, and then Jake Lewis ahead of Teague Hobbs, Josh Hayes, Mazziato, Schultz.